In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Luka Doncic and why he is unguardable in the NBA. If you are looking to become a better basketball player, this is definitely a video that's going to help you become one of the best. Let's get down. Let's check out Luka Doncic. Okay, so one of the reasons why Luka Doncic is so unstoppable is his footwork and his ability to create space between himself and his defender. So in this first clip, he was driving towards this left side, and as soon as he seen that this defender's left leg crossed in front of his right when it comes to being squared up with Luka, he decided to do a little bit of a step back, but he didn't do just a regular step back. When he did this step back, watch his hand. This is extremely important. He kept his hand on top of the ball. That way he doesn't gather the ball too early. He then takes a step with his right foot, and that is when he gathers the ball, which means that now he can take 2 steps. After that right step, he pushes off to create even more space between himself and his defender, which then allowed him to pull up for that shot. He also has that high release and high set point roughly right about there, which allows him to keep that ball away from the outstretched defender's hands. We can really see it really well right here, where as soon as he's in the air, he gathers that ball, so that now that right foot is the gather foot. He can now take 2 steps because he was in the air when he gathered that ball. So when he plants, that's his planted foot. He can go left, right into his shot, and that is a very important factor, because if he was to just step back and land literally right there, he would be really close to his defender. But by having this footwork, he's able to create that little bit more space to get that shot off. Now, when he's attacking this defender in this next clip, that defender starts to run alongside with Luka. As soon as that happens, Luka turns around quickly, plants that right foot, so that basically he uses that as an anchor, so that now when he pulls back, he has literally no defenders near him. He could go up for that shot. However, what's a higher percentage? A shot from here or a step through where he can go in with the finger roll. So there's so many different options in this move. If this defender was able to stay with him, he could have used that shot fake and then did a step through, but he didn't have to, but he still did for the finger roll because it's a higher percentage. This is another fantastic reason why Luka Doncic is unstoppable. So here he's able to do that fake snatch back for the layup. This all started when he was attacking his defender. He got his shoulders lower. He planted his butt low so that now when doing that, his balance is there. He does that as soon as that defender starts to no longer be squared up with Luka Doncic. He does that quick snatch back. He keeps his hand on top of the ball. This gives him the ability to hesitate, and he could have pulled up for a shot, or he could drive again, and that's what he did here. He could have pulled up for a shot. If this player was to continue in that direction, he could have pulled up for a shot. However, with that defender now off balance, shoulders well past his knees, that's momentum taking that defender in that direction, where now you can attack back, and if you can get your player off balance, and if you can see that happening, one dribble to the rim can get you some easy baskets. And in this close-up view, we can actually see exactly where Luka Doncic is looking. He's looking in this direction, keeping his defender in his peripheral vision so that he understands, hey, this guy is off balance. I need to attack that guy on the side, and that's essentially exactly what he was able to do. So quick, small hesitations can also really mess up your defender. Here, he does a little bit of a hop towards that right side, and that's getting his defender down onto their heels. Because of that, he's able to do that step back, create that distance, and hit that J. Don't underestimate the massive tips that we can get from this one clip. The massive strategy that Luka Doncic uses to get these shots up. The different heights of his shoulders, the hops, the different gathers and fake gathers that he has. He keeps his hand on top of the ball the entire time. He slows down that dribble when it's up high so that now he can make it look like he's going to drive by why he gets his defender on his heels by doing that. By really having your dribbles go left to right with small little hops, changing the height of your shoulders, even the height of your dribbles, and having those small hesitations, as we see right here with that little small hop, can really create massive distance between you and your defender so that you can do these amazing footwork step backs for threes. You can even see this happen in different post moves that he uses too. So here, he does that quick, small hesitation, almost a carry, but not really because his hand was still on top of that ball. And because of that, he's able to change the speed, get that defender off balance. And by doing stuff like that, he's able to get these shots up. And we can even see this once again. When he takes this drive, this defender doesn't exactly know everything that Luka Doncic is about to do, because he can pull off of this cross and he could have just easily done a quick hesitation, which again is the reason why that defender is on his heels. When Luka Doncic then attacks, he gets his shoulder in front of his defender's shoulder so that now when he gathers right left into his shot, well, guess what? That long massive step and the pivot around from that step creates all of that distance. That's an old school move that we all need to learn. And step throughs are a massive, massive part of his game, and they're a very easy move to do. You can attack the middle of the key, plant that inside foot, shot fake, get that defender up into the air, or at least stretched out as we see here. When that player goes up into the air or stretched out, if he's still pointing in that direction as his momentum was taking him, you can now step through and there's nothing that defender is able to do to block your shot. Knowing how to use angles is also very important. Here, he gets that defender onto his hip. You can do this by getting your inside shoulder, so your right shoulder, in front of the left shoulder of your defender. That defender can now not reach around to try to grab that ball because that would be a foul. He's now stuck behind you, and in a screen and roll situation, now it's 2-on-1, and guess what? You're always going to win that matchup as long as you know how to score. I hope that this Luka Doncic breakdown helps you score more points. If it does, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.